Room software.
Welcome everybody to a special display showcase video. We are here in Kubifaktorium, where I worked on a very big mod, which is still growing in size, to be correct. Yeah, many people talked about this this topic for a long time now. Research and development. Half of the people wants to do the research, or the other half doesn't want to do the research. And the other half think, how can we implement it in a real research way into the game? And those questions are all answered today, because if you do not want to do any form of research, this is the chance for them to skip this mod. And if you like the idea of having research to improve the things that are existent in the game, this is the way to do it. And the better thing is, other mods can soon also hook in, because I'm gonna give out the information the other mod makers need in order to hook into the way this mod works. I will post them all on the modification page on Steam Workshop in order to get them the information they need. We are here in my game. I've paused it. And yes, there are many movement robots, but I was working on making all the different tiers of the workshops, because that's the first factory or workshop that has been added to the plugin. That's for its first release, that showcased the improvements it's making. So in this case, let's start over with the first start of the process. And it all starts basically at this one over here. This is a nanite synthesizer. Sounds weird, but this machine must be built on top of a power crystal in order to generate nanite blocks. Those blocks are gray blocks with a nice texture on it, and you will find them in tier 3 biomes in form of crystals. Here is a nice example. Power crystals work basically the same as metal. You can cover it, then it's removed. Or you can keep it there as nice decorations, but anyways, they are needed to make the base product for research. It also explains it in the description, but since it doesn't fit quite well, it does some weird textural things. I'm still looking into the solving the movement of all those informative texts. This machine is automated. It doesn't require any power, because all the power it gets is from the power crystals. It goes with the inserter on the belt and will be stored here at this moment. You can connect many of these together in order to form a big line of things, and it will automatically move to where you want to have it. Then the second machine is this one. This is a processor, or better to say, a nanite processor. Basically, it converts 6 nanite blocks into their alternate resource, and that is natrium block. I need to keep it in mind. It's very hard to pronounce, but the compressed natrium block, is bright of color, is full of power, and is basically enriched enough to be researched and breakable enough for them to research it, and that's where these research stations will come into play. These stations can all make all tier research modules. You need an early research module to make a more advanced module. So in this case, the basic tech module is made by 2 of those compressed blocks. But if I want to make 1 tier higher, it also costs me 2 basic blocks to make the medium block. And that's where the whole process keeps going around. So in this case, this one just made a advanced upgrade block, basically a module. I call them modules because basically they work like a microchip you put into a machine to make it work like a CPU. If you put a better CPU in the same machine, the machine works better because it has more power to work with. And that's how the whole module system is gonna work out. There is a minor glitch with the items that are rotating in different aspects. So if I take a look at this machine over here, if I rotated my factory one from the left to the right. Basically, there's one turn, 90 degrees. All items are correct for the animation, and otherwise they aren't. And same for here. Normally, it stores the items in the box and then started working on it. The animations of the things that I have added are pretty advanced. You will see your people work on the bars, and you see them slowly making it into a upgrade. So in this case, you can see them making it into the upgrade that's on the left side. And when it's done, the upgrade will end up on the left spot of the plate. Well, in this case, the animation will always show basic modules, because I cannot alter the animation based on what it's crafting. But that would be, by the way, a great suggestion for the developer. Let us add more varieties per crafting recipe. For example, an extra value that we can set the model to be used when it's animating, so we can export the animation separately. Anyways, that's how the research modules come into play. So currently there are 2 basic, 2 advanced. Now this one is gonna get the 2 advanced and start crafting the powerful tech module. Keep in mind, the more advanced the module, the longer it takes to generate. So taking a look at the basic one costs us 800 seconds. Looking at the advanced one, it increases to 1100. The powerful tech module costs 1800, and the magical 2200 seconds that a person is working researching the item we need. The great thing is, you do not need a lot of them unless you want to make a mega factory or improve things. So you have people working around the clock with researching, and it also depends on their skill if they fail at the research or win. So this dude over here is now doing its second time trial to get the basic ones produced, because his level is not pretty good for the crafting part. So sometimes they will start over if it failed to work. So that's the same thing with research. If they done the research wrongly, they fail and they try again directly without wasting resources. There is also a new recipe added. You can see the recipe laying here with steel and malachite. Malachite. It's called the module reader. That's the basic resource you need for every building that's gonna be improved. This is the basic workplace, but there comes into play all the other workplaces. And it sounds weird, and they look practically the same. The animation is a little bit broken at the moment, because instead of this box over here on the build of this one, the normal one, there will be a inserter be placed on that place. But I can show you the difference between the tier 1 up to the tier 4. So let me take a look. The first one has a stone blank for 15 seconds for every bank it makes. Okay, if I click on the upgrade one, the first upgrade, you can take a look, and it just takes 9 seconds to make it. See? Next one is also 9. But then it's gonna start lower to 5. And the final one is 3 seconds. I might alter this in the process. Keep that in mind. Because there are differences in what is what and what does what. So basically this one should be a little bit... this is the correct one. And this one is going to be improved to 12 seconds instead of 15. Strange enough, I did not pick it up correctly. But anyways, it's 15, 12, 9, 5, and then 3. If I'm correct with the recipe speeds. What's also increasing is that when you go to the powerful module, the powerful module will increase the output as well as the speed. So it increases speeds by almost double, as well as it outputs 2 instead of 1 stone bank. That's powerful for the process because it uses the same resources. And it can be even better with the magical module, because then you get 3 stone banks for 1 stone brick. But it also alters some other recipes. For example, the wooden part doesn't require any wheat anymore and gives you 2 wooden parts. The stone blocks and stone banks both give 1 extra. The wooden stone board doesn't cost 2 logs anymore, but just 1. So that's basically how it increases the process and the power of the factories themselves. They are also upgradable in tier. So if this one is built, the improved one, it allows the use of modules. And then you can use this upgrade button to upgrade it to the next tier by just paying the difference. So in this case, one of advanced tech module and 2 module readers give you one bigger workplace that's faster. And you can increase it even more and increase it even more. And in the end, it's fully upgraded. So that's amazing how that one is working. I think it works flawlessly and it is valid. It's balanced, I think. The only thing that needs to be changed is the time it requires. This one needs to be 12, not 9. So I'm going to take a look at it in a moment. I have the feeling that I know why. So that's basically the whole process of researching and refining the research. And there are a few things that are on my list for the next few updates. First of all, I'm gonna for sure increase adding the new upgradable solar panels. I think that's a nice thing to do. Same for the treadmill. I think that's a nice thing that the power things then get taken as well. I'm also gonna improve at least the automations. And I'm having a feeling to implement some new buildings as well that can only be made with the correct ingredients. But that's something for later. I want first to get pretty much all buildings being upgradable. I think that's a nice thing to do. Maybe even make a special set of transport vehicles as well. I have no idea, but that's a little bit where I'm gonna go. So to conclude, this whole factory takes its modules from a synthesizer. Basically, it starts with the nanoblock. The nanoblock gets converted by 6 of them into deuterium. Then we go to the research stations that are going to make the basic module. And the basic module can be upgraded either to a powerful module, advanced module, medical tech module. Basically, they use each other to upgrade them. Keep in mind, crafting using one of the special machines will also require the module you make it with. So in this case, the basic workplace only needs, the improved one, only needs readers. But once it's placed, it needs the basic module to craft those things. But you will get the module back. So basically, the module you put in, you will also return back. And that counts for every research. So this one has the basic tier. If I take a look at this one, this is the advanced module. You put one advanced module in and a rock, and you will get a stone block and the module back. So basically it can keep using the same module over and over. So it doesn't get lost, but that does mean that you need to refine your factory just enough that it doesn't use up its modules to be used somewhere else. The modules will be put into the slot readers. So there is a little bit of a slot here. That's why it's slot reader. And they can put in module reader, by the way. They can be put into there, and that's how the animation works as well. So I'm gonna fix the modules for release, at least the design of these buildings, because they each have their own color, by the way. So I think it's just a configuration issue, and after that, I'm gonna design the page itself, and then when this video is released, the page should be reachable on the market as well, and I will release the information also on the Discord of the Kubifaktorium game as well. So I thank you all for watching this short but informative video. When I have more additions to the mod, I will let you all know. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one. Good luck!